Hey, Giggles. What's up, TJ? And there's Mr. Justin. How you doing,
What's up, Paul?
Justin?
Oh, hear me. Let's see here. Come on now. There we go. What's up, Paul?
Can hardly hear you.
I think it's pissing me off.
TJ,
Was
how are
all
you
right. So
doing?
here's my thing. I just messaged you, Justin. I don't know if you got it, but if those weirdos, whack jobs, whatever you want to call them, if they're not if they weren't subscribed to your channel, how the hell did those weirdos get on there?
Well, because I got the link posted.
Yeah, but still, like
Right.
they're not subscribed to your channel though.
No, it doesn't make a difference.
What are you talking about?
Well, he's talking about the pornographic bunch that came and bombed my photo
No, it's
channel.
that's because Paul let him in on the panel. He thought that he didn't know that they were going to do that.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with YouTube itself, though.
oh. That was pretty wild shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Actually, that's the third time that's happened on your channel, Paul. Well, you had to
Yeah,
delete it.
Yeah, because Jim called me and told me about. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
yeah.
Dude, I got like 5 or 6 messages almost immediately afterward from
Oh
people.
wow.
Bunch of sick puppies out there in the world.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But there's some people that have a theory on who instigated it. So,
Yeah. What's up, Brenda? Jim?
hey
What
Ed, how you doing, Ed? Brenda, Jim.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey,
What's
Ed.
up? Man, you got any birds in there? You got any birds just chilling in that beard of yours?
Yeah, I got two little guys in here. One is over here and one is in here.
Oh, there you go. Golly, your beard's thicker than my mustache. Oh goodness. Do you hunt? Do you hunt? Are you a hunter?
Just give me a second here. Give me a second.
Getting everything situated.
Ed, where are you? Are you in line for all those storms coming or no?
No, we had one yesterday, like rain and
Okay.
frozen ice for a bit, and then it cleared up, and the wind was like 80 kilometers.
Wow, pretty strong winds.
Yeah, no, it was. And then they died down through the night.
So you live on the other side of Paul in Canada?
Yeah, I live in Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. How far away is that from you, Paul?
Oh, it's hours,
Hours.
days,
Oh,
hours and days.
oh.
TJ has no concept of distance.
I just go and it's like, man, that took me a long ass time to get there.
Well,
Because he talks to Dominic like he's neighbors, you know?
It's
Yeah.
it's 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours by plane from here to Toronto. And
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
by
I know
car,
like I know they have the two flags side by side, the Michigan flag and the Canadian flag. They're like right next to each other. So I thought, like I don't know.
Well,
yeah,
they're not next to Ed.
no,
Yeah.
it's far. That's a little town in Toronto, Ontario, right, Paul?
Yep. Well, Toronto's not miniature, but it's a major city in Canada. But because I don't know what the population of Canada is, but it isn't anything like the United States.
No, we're bigger, right?
Of course, we've imported a whole bunch of new people, you know. So TJ, how's business going at the store?
It's going all right. I closed last night, so it's on and off. Like sometimes it'll be like 1 minute it'll be busy, next minute nobody will be in the store. So
Well,
everybody comes in and they're like, "Why isn't the pharmacy open today?" It's like, because it's Sunday. The pharmacy's open Monday through Friday or through Saturday, and they're closed on Sunday. And everybody comes in, it's like, why isn't the pharmacy open?
Well, that's because most places that are like that, like Rite Aid and everything over here, the pharmacy is open every day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, but like there's because ours is a smaller store, and it's not very busy. But there's other Walgreens stores that are bigger than the stores that are bigger than ours, with their pharmacy is open. So I just like people that come in and are wondering why. I'm like, well, just go to the one up the road. Their pharmacy is open.
What you ought to have is little cards made that
Well,
say.
I don't understand. People will come in and complain about the pharmacy not being open on Sundays, and I'm like, there's a big sign right outside the window that says pharmacy closed on Sundays, and and people don't read it. They just come in and ask that stupid question every Sunday.
Most people don't read signs, Tim.
Well,
TJ, They
They
need their
should read the
medication.
sign. It's like literally like right there in like big letters.
Well, most of them can hardly make it in the door, let alone read the sign, you know?
I guess.
Good morning to everybody in the chat. Good morning, Justin.
I don't know. It's crazy.
By the way, Paul, what you said earlier, you thinking it came from somebody? It didn't, because both of the people the one that was in the chat and the one on the panel, neither one of them are smart enough to do that. Because I know who both of them are, so don't even worry about it. It wasn't them.
It wasn't me, that's for sure. That kind of creeped me out, man. I couldn't sleep at night, bro.
Like I said, I know the person that was talking shit in the chat over there, and that dude ain't smart enough to lift his own dick. So
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
that's what I was asking. I
Bro,
was just
you-
asking.
That was
Like,
just some random person that was trolling you. That's all
TJ
that
will
was.
never know the reason for or who.
TJ, you missed it, bro. You wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Let me tell you.
Well, no, because Justin, because I messaged Justin and he sent me the thing from what was it like yesterday or the day before, and
That
I
was
watched. I was
yesterday.
like, yeah, yesterday, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah, Justin sent it to me. Well, first Jim called me and told me about it, and we were talking for a while I was getting ready for work, and then I messaged Justin and was asking him the same thing, and then he messaged me the clip, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, it wasn't just one. It was.
Because it was first like a female's voice, and then it was like a male's voice, right? Or was it male and then a female or whatever?
No, it wasn't
No.
anybody's voice. It was literally just they were just it's recordings. They were just trolling. That's how it was a random person that was trolling. Like I said, I know who the person everybody thinks it might have been, but no, that dude's a dumbass.
What did Brenda get a new dog?
Yes,
Well, did you get her puppy yet?
she got
Oh.
him yesterday, and he was.
Oh, nice.
She was a little groggy from getting her. She got her nails trimmed and.
Well, Brenda, you have to come on the panel and show your new doggy off. When did she get it? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they went and fell in love with the dog last weekend, and so then they had to wait for him to get microchipped and spayed.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
girl.
okay. Where'd she get the dog from?
I think a
Some
rescue.
shelter around there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a girl dog.
oh, okay. How's your dog doing, Paul?
Boone's outside, we're doing something. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh,
I haven't seen him on the camera in a while. Makes me wonder what he's doing.
Is Justin? Was that you that asked me if I liked hunting? I was doing some.
no, that was me because I saw your camo shirt on, so I didn't know
Oh.
if you.
I don't like killing animals, but
I'll be right back. I'm going to check and find out where
Stop,
he's
Laura.
at.
Laura.
Sorry, I didn't answer you right away, DJ. I was moving some stuff around here.
Yeah, no
That's
worries.
right. Jim's supposed to be showing up. Paul's there in his truck.
DJ, you're making too much noise.
Yeah, I know.
Good morning, Laura.
That's pretty good. Joel, what's up? Oh, Brenda said she slept in her crate. No problemo.
Nice.
My dogs, they lay in the beds with the kids. That's where they like to be.
Yeah. All right, Laura, we'll see you. Tell David hello.
Later, Laura. What's up, Joel? Let some
Did
fresh
you go
air.
flying today?
Well, I did earlier. I tried to get a sunrise picture, but the sun wasn't rising very well earlier this morning. I went out about, see, it's 9:13. Went out about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Put the drone up, and I don't know, it just wasn't a very good sunrise. So I just brought it back down and put her away. I was like, man, this kind of sucks.
What about you,
You gonna,
Justin?
you going out?
What?
I said, what about you, Justin? Have you flown your drone?
I don't have any drones.
Oh, you know.
I used to fly drones. I don't fly them anymore.
But you still got the Tello though, right?
No, I don't have that anymore either. I don't have
Uh,
anything anymore. I got rid of all my drones. I got bored with it.
I thought you still had one or two.
No, I sold all those. Shit. The Tello I got rid of not too long ago, but the other ones I sold over a year ago.
Uh, what drones you got, Ed? You have 3 or 4 or just one or?
I just got one. Well, I had two. I sold my Holy Stone 510, I think it was. I sold that
Oh,
one, and I got the DJI Mini 2 SE. I give that
okay.
one to my brother, and then I bought the Mini 3 Pro.
Oh, so that's what you have now is the Mini 3 Pro?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like it. It does a whole bunch of stuff. So
Oh, nice.
Had to chase him down. He was around the other side of the garage waiting for a squirrel.
Yeah, you got that right, Jim. Yeah, I sent it up and looked around, and the sky was kind of gray, so I just brought the drone back down, and that was it. What are you and your girlfriend up to this morning, Jim? What y'all gonna do?
hopefully, if the wind dies down today, I'll go try my new blades on it. But we'll see. How about you, Paul? Did you go flying today, this morning?
No, it's just nasty weather. It isn't that nice. It's windy, not nice, and there's no ships.
No.
Because what in the middle of winter, like January the 20th through March the 15th or so, the 20th, even later, depending upon the weather, there's no ships on the lakes because they close the locks for maintenance, annual maintenance.
Well, every once in a while, when the camera's kind of panning, like there'll be some. I see some ships, like cruise ships, are just sitting on the water there.
Well, that cruise ship is not a cruise ship any longer. It is retired. Somebody bought it and they don't know what he's going to do with it. He's going to make it into a hotel or whatever, but
just kind of like a floating hotel or whatever.
yeah.
Huh.
But he's owned it now for 3 years and it's been sitting around. So
Oh, that'd be kind of cool though.
TJ, you should buy it. Make it a nightclub.
Yeah. If I was a billionaire.
yeah, TJ knows everybody. He could get the money.
Let me just go rob a bank right quick.
Yeah. Announce that to the world, TJ.
Yeah.
Even though we don't think you're going to do that, if somebody did that,
No.
and my name is TJ at the bank.
That's funny.
Here's a picture of
You'd
me.
have all kinds of police cars and people knocking at your door.
Yeah. Like, what? That wasn't me. I'm a twin. That was my twin that did that. That wasn't me.
So what's your mom been up to, TJ?
She's over on the west coast of Florida now. Like we went to a concert the other night. It was like Sunday. And oh yeah, Friday it was.
It was just the other night, you know.
Yeah, it was just the other night, yeah.
Pick a day. Just pick a day.
Yeah. We went to go see. He's a country rock artist. His name's Drake White. He's not very popular or whatever. So like we went to go see him Friday, which was kind of cool. We saw him one time. There was a garlic festival, I think, in Fort Lauderdale somewhere, and he just happened to be there, and we saw him, and that was our first time, and he was actually pretty good. And then we saw him Friday night too. So
are you a fan now or what?
I mean, his music's all right. Like he plays some pretty good music, but
I didn't realize you were into country music.
well, some here and there. Like I like some country. I'm more like rock and rap and stuff.
I can see you out in a group of people doing that, dancing around together and
Yeah, doing those line dances and stuff.
yeah.
I could do
You need to get a cowboy hat.
I could do the Macarena. Hey, Macarena.
You need to get a cowboy hat, TJ.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't even have a cowboy hat, do you?
No.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Just come on the panel one day wearing a cowboy hat and be like, howdy, y'all.
That's it. Y'all have a good day now. You hear?
You hear?
With the toothpick in the corner of his mouth and a rope.
Yeah.
Morning, guys.
Hey,
Oh,
good
Mark.
morning, Mark. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Hey, we've got a couple of birthdays
How's
today.
Precious doing?
She's all right. She's stopped barking for a bit now.
She's all right. She's just
Yep.
fine.
She
Thanks
is.
for asking anytime.
Yeah. We got a couple of birthdays today, haven't we?
Yeah, we got. Let's see.
Well-
Matt's birthday's today.
Yep, Matty's 41.
Mm-hmm.
Welsh Rob's 50 today. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50.
Oh.
Not that Welsh Rob's been on for a bit.
How's the weather today, Mark? Is it cold or
It's not warm, it's chilly. And
chilly?
it's cloudy and overcast. Looks like it's a bit cloudy and overcast in your way and all, because the Gulf looks a bit overcast and windy today.
Yeah, it's sunny here this morning. Trevor!
And Trevor, because the Gulf is at Sawgrass, which is just south of Jacksonville. Well, I think it's a couple of hours south of Jacksonville.
Do you have any dogs or cats, Ed?
Yeah, I got a little one. He
Oh.
just came in actually. That's why I went to close the door.
Oh. What do you do? Just like kind of poke his head in with his nose, like, hey, what's going on in here?
Hey, you are. I was gonna pick him up and then he took off.
Uh, 5, 6, 79, 10, 11. Sometimes midnight. Yeah, I do tend to have all the numbers of a shadow.
Yeah, Bill's show went on for 3.5 hours last night.
Oh, really? It must have been a full panel last night.
There was 7 of us. Me, Lloyd, Bill, Lon.
Was Art on there?
Yeah, Alexis, and Don came on at the end as well.
Oh, okay.
So there was 8 altogether. And Dominic.
And they had lots of rain at Australia. I was watching that Formula One. They were having a hard time.
Oh yeah, it's the race today, isn't it? Yeah.
Back. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Justin. Yeah, that Formula One's only down the road from where.
Yo, have a good one, you hear?
Dude, you're pulling that off pretty well. You look kind of doing like an Indiana Jones style.
That's what I was just gonna say.
All you need now is like the whip and yeah, I think you might be all right.
Why
Well-
like velvet red though? What did you have that matched that?
Don't
Well,
that.
the skid marks in my pants.
Oh God!
Oh my god.
Watch, Paul's gonna go to his closet and grab a big rope that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Jamie?
Y'all come back now, here.
No, I don't hear a difference.
Hold on, I'll show you a better one, Paul. Hold on.
He's gonna come back with a bunch of feathers in his.
I used to have a really good one, but I couldn't find it. Probably threw it out. I had a Stetson. This one, I don't know who's this. This is Stetson.
That's pretty good, Joel. Oh, it is a Stinson.
Yep. Hey, yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay!
There you go.
Uh, uh,
Mark, where's your cowboy hat, Mark?
I don't. Well, I've got a black leather Stetson somewhere in the house,
There you go. You got to get it out. Get it ready.
and I've got a
The
white.
posse's gonna riot again.
I got a white Panama.
Uncle Bill's got one that he wears sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with this.
Y'all come back now. Yeah.
That's funny.
DJ, get yourself a cowboy hat, buddy. It'll make your day.
Make my day. I think there's a couple of I think there's a couple of Western shops around somewhere. I think Bucky's might have cowboy hats. I know gas stations like that.
Yeah, but I've seen the way you dress. You don't really have a cowboy style, so that means you're gonna
Yeah,
have to redo your whole
I
wardrobe.
definitely don't. I definitely don't.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, you're more of a fitted hat type person.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd have to go and
Yeah.
redo your whole wardrobe.
Either fitted or like the ones that you have to readjust in size.
I think
Yeah, you're
TJ'd look good in a trilby.
Well, no, see, TJ's the type that he'd be in like cargo shorts and a Nike shirt and a fitted hat, not jeans
Yeah.
and a tucked in polo shirt. And you look like Jason does. Like Jason dresses in jeans and cowboy boots with a polo
Yeah.
shirt and cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Mr. Polo.
Does he have the cowboy big buckle too?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, actually, he does.
Yeah.
Jason has a very cowboyish dress
And
that he does.
And the side
Yes,
holster. Yeah.
My future son-in-law to be, he has a big, he's
Yeah.
a cowboy too. He lives on a farm. And he has a big, humongous freaking belt thing, man, buckle. I was like, man, how can you wear that thing, bro?
Jason is very patriotic. He's a retired Navy SEAL.
Mm.
He
Oh, is that the
definitely got-
gentleman that comes on once in a while on the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. This is where I do in my spare time right there. Which way?
What's that?
He's-
Hold on. Oh, the camera can catch.
Oh shit! Got some RC trucks there. Are those gas powered? Damn, those are some big old trucks. Holy shit! Yeah, those are definitely those are definitely gas powered for sure. Good lord!
Then I got this one.
Holy shit! Damn, those are some big old boys.
TJ, that's fucking good.
Oh, there's the puppy dog.
Oh, look at the little feller.
He doesn't have to take a battery.
How fast do those things go?
No.
Oh, the blue one can go up to 60.
Oh wow.
And the red one, 45 tops.
Man, I bet you could tear some stuff up with them guys.
Oh,
Do you
They're
ever
fun.
do you ever like climb with them? Do you ever like is there
I do jumps with them. and
you do
stuff.
do jumps?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know I've seen in some in recent in past videos
down.
where people like
Lay down.
go on trails and like do like go over rocks. They'd be like climbing and stuff.
Oh, that's a rock collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Trevor, where TJ lives, the only horse he's riding is one with the broomstick on the head.
Oh, oh,
Learn to
the one
ride a
that,
horse.
the one that's on a carousel.
Well,
The
Justin,
one
they
that's
Yeah.
on
don't
the
have,
carousel.
why they don't have horses down there?
Well, not where TJ's in the middle of a big city, so
Well, I
you would
think
have
I
to go
think
out of
they-
town probably to find a place to do a horse or to
Well,
ride a
I
horse.
think there's a couple of horse stables around here somewhere. There's got to be.
Oh, if there is, they're probably really rich people's stables.
Yeah.
Because you're in a rich area. Like TJ lives in like West Palm Beach, like area.
Yeah, like
That's like a real high end area. I'm
Yeah,
sure there
West
is
Palm.
horse stables somewhere around there, but not right where you live at because you're in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
You'd have to go a little bit out of town, a little ways. But I'm sure there is horse riding around there.
So
Yeah, there's
are
got to
you,
be.
are you pretty close to Ray's condo then?
Yeah, but like I'm like not even 5 minutes, probably like 2 minutes away from his house.
All right.
Yeah, we went flying the other day. We went to where did we go? Huh? Oh yeah, the Hillsborough Lighthouse, and then we went to there's these two buildings. They're called the Devasta Towers, and they got these two like points at the top of the building, and so we flew those one time.
We got
Pretty
one
cool.
around here called oh shit, what the hell's the name of it? Damn it, I can't think of the name of it. I'm having a mind blank here. Hold on. I'll pull up a picture of it and show you.
There's other cool park. It's called the Du Bois Park. And
Yeah.
you can see a lot. You can see a light. There's a lighthouse over there. I flew there a few times.
Yeah, the one that everybody calls Du Bois. that's
Yeah, Du Bois.
Supposed to
Yeah.
be pronounced Dubois.
Yeah, Du Bois.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's French. Du Bois.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is Bach Tower in Lake Wells over by my house. It's about 15 minute drive depending on traffic. But this sticks out like because look,
Oh,
there's
that's
shit
cool.
around
Oh,
it.
wow.
Wow,
But there's-
that'd be awesome to like do a sphere around or just kind of circle around with the camera.
But there's
drone.
nothing around it, so it sticks out like a fucking sore thumb when you get like on the outskirts out here. You can
Yeah.
totally see it for miles, like it sticks out.
Yeah,
Like some
that'd
rich
be
person built it years ago. His name was Edward Bach, and he built it. And they have like Bach Tower Gardens and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, is that a what is that exactly? Like, is it like a cathedral or like a small
I don't
little?
know what
church?
exactly it was supposed to be, but
That's a pretty cool
Um,
building.
oh,
Man, that'd be
it was made to preserve these lands for you to explore and learn in rare endangered plants and animals living here. So, but a lot of people do weddings and stuff there. It's really popular for weddings.
yeah, it looks like it.
Like I said, there's nothing around it out there where you go, so it sticks out. Yeah, you definitely can see it for miles when you're coming up on it. I went to go
Yeah.
fly over it one day, and they told me I couldn't go on the property, and I wasn't allowed to fly over it, so I just went about a mile away, and then flew over the property.
There you go.
The guy's like, "You're not allowed to fly over a property." I said, "Watch me."
Yeah, watch.
I went about a mile down
Watch me do it.
about a mile down the road, and I put the Air 2 up. Flew all the way over there, did a couple circles around the tower, and came back.
And then got the hell out.
I wasn't doing nothing illegal. There was no fly zone over their area. It was actually open airspace or G airspace.
Yeah.
So it was open, there was no restrictions right there. I don't know about now. There could be now, but back when I
Yeah, I
did it, there
thought you were
wasn't.
gonna get your point part 107.
Yeah, I keep saying that, but I'm not
Yeah,
doing
what?
it. I'm not doing
Problem
anything.
is you got to get really focused if you're going to do that, because it's a lot of even though like 90% of the information's not on the test, you don't know what's going to be on the test, right? So you end up
Yeah.
having to study most of it any damn way. And half the shit doesn't even pertain to actual drones. It's all aircraft information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
some
like
of the
it's hard. It's really hard for me to retain important information. Like
a lot of people
I
have
just,
that
I
problem
just
when they're
retain.
studying.
Yeah, I retain stupid stuff, but like I don't know.
No, I'll
I don't-
tell you though, truthfully, TJ, like I'm really good at taking tests and stuff like that and remembering stuff. But I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, that course is so mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah, I'm just like
Because
listen,
there's
like
so
just
many
kind of
videos, it's like,
listening to
oh my
somebody
God.
talk on a like just listening to somebody talk on a screen is like, oh, I'm getting
Dude,
tired.
it is so
bored.
boring, that course, because it is like a million videos you have to watch.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I won this last year, the drone course.
I paid for one like 4 years ago and never used it. I can
Uh,
still log into it and go on there if I wanted, but and then the some problems that people run into at that course too is, they'll spend a couple months going through all the videos, and then by the time they get to the end, they done change something at the beginning.
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you guys have it down there where it's you can do it one you pay like $10
Dude,
and you can do it over
you have to do
over the internet?
No, it's like
Well-
$100 and something. You have to take it in person at a testing facility the first time. Then anytime after that, you can just go online and pay for it, and you have to do a recurrence test. But you can't fail it.
that's the thing too. You have
It's
to
not.
you can just
There's
go
no
in
way
there
to
and take
fail
it. You gotta pay to take it, which
But the
kinda crazy.
recurrence test, the website will let you keep going back and re-answering the questions till you get them all right anyway. So
yeah.
kind of stupid. But the
Oh,
first test, you have to score, I think, a minimum of a 70 on it. So it's not like super, they don't tell you, oh, you got to score like a 95 or anything crazy on it. You only have to score a 70, I believe, if I remember correctly. And that's
I
the
just
only
have
time you
my
have to actually pass it. Like you can't cheat on it like you can when you do the recurrent test.
like I just have my recreational license, but I could fly under somebody that has a 107 though. If they called me up and like, hey, you want to make some money? I'm like, all right.
Yeah, technically you can fly under somebody else's license, but they have to be present at the job site with you.
Yeah, yeah.
here you pay $10 and you can do it over the internet on a computer, open book.
See, that's how people get around construction license, like to have your license to do construction in Florida. That's how a lot of them get around that, because you can work under the company's license. So usually the owner of the company will have a license, and then everybody just works under his license. And that's how they
Yeah.
get around everybody else. That's how they get around each individual person not having to have one. But they don't have to be on site for them to do that. They can just have a job they're doing and say they're working under their boss's license.
Mhm.
Yeah, the 107 is just really just mind numbing. Like it's just really boring course. And
Yeah.
I could see anybody having a little bit of difficulty just because how long and boring it is. Because it's not like it's like super interesting where you're like glued to the fucking videos. It's just a bunch of just rambling on information. And 90% of it doesn't have anything to do with drones. It has to do with aircraft, actual manned
That-
aircraft.
That's
Yeah.
what I was about to say, Justin.
Yeah, like one of the questions, somebody told me one of the questions one time on the test was something about what do you do when you're approaching a runway or something? Like, when the fuck are you approaching a runway with your goddamn drone? What the hell? What kind of question is that?
Yeah. What you do when you're approaching a runway with a drone, you keep
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm just gonna run it into this plane that's taken off.
Here you gotta get more than 65 to pass.
Yeah, it might be 65 here. I don't know. I know it was pretty low though. It wasn't like out. They weren't like really rough with the scoring. It was either in the 60s or 70s.
Well,
somewhere in
the other interesting thing is they ask you to know the designations of the different runways, like an R-23 and R-60.
Which you shouldn't even need to know because you should never be near that close to an airport where you're worrying about damn runway numbers.
Yeah.
Unless you actually have, I guess, unless you actually have a job on the at the airport, but I still don't see where that would really apply. So, because there are people who have actually done jobs at actual airports and flown inside an airport.
Trevor says your drone has to land somewhere.
That is
Yeah,
true.
have you ever ridden a horse,
There's an argument to be made there.
TJ? TJ,
Huh?
have you ever ridden a horse?
Oh, yeah, but it was a long time ago.
Let me
Oh, yeah,
guess,
well,
TJ,
I'm
it
not
was a
talking
pony,
about the
right?
hobby horse in the corner of the bedroom.
No, for real though. Like I have, but it was a long time ago. I was oh, where the heck was I?
You a little
Was
kid
a
or
pony
something?
at the carnival, right?
I was at some like camp. It was at some camp or whatever it was. And we went and they had horses there, so we rode on the horses and whatnot, and we got to brush them and kind of like feed it. We got to feed them and stuff, and
So basically, you were a kid.
35
this was-
years ago.
yeah, probably like when I was like 20 or 30 years old,
Oh.
or no, 18, no, probably like 18 or 19.
Yeah, otherwise you'd have been at like a adult camp or something.
Yeah.
You know, they actually have those here. Me and Sarah were looking them up. They got these adult summer camps. They look like fun as shit. And they have like full bars and they have tubing and boating and it's nothing but adults.
Oh, nice.
And it looked really cool. It's an adult summer camp. And
My parents back. Go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
My parents back home, they had a mule and a donkey. TJ, you know what's a mule?
A what?
A mule?
A mule?
Yeah.
It's like it's similar to a donkey, or it is a donkey.
It's
It's a
half and
mixture.
half. It's a half a donkey, a half a horse.
Half a
Well,
donkey,
made
half
together.
a.
Either the horse did the donkey or the donkey did the horse.
No, I think there's two different ones, isn't there? They have a different name depending on which is the male and which is the female.
It's a Dorsey, TJ.
Oh, a Dorsey.
In one of them's an ass and one of them's a mule, depending on whether the male is a donkey or a horse. I'm not sure
Yeah.
which way around it is.
Mark, you got your 107? You guys use that too out there or no?
No, we don't have that in the UK.
Now they have their own version of it. It's called something else. What is it called again?
What? Oh, we don't.
Your version of 107. Don't you have one?
Not particularly. I mean, we can fly anything under 250 grams, we fly with an operator ID. Anything over 250 grams, you take a flyer's ID, which is just a 40-question multiple choice test. And it's dead easy to get anyway. It's just regulations.
Here, Boone.
If you want to go beyond that, you can get the A2CFC certificate of competency, which is a bit of a waste of time at the moment because we don't have any A or any C class drones because we don't recognize the C classifications yet. and you can do other ones, GVC, and there's another one I think beyond that, which allow you to do a lot more, but stuff that is really only of any use if you're going to do it
Uh,
on a professional basis anyway.
Female
Male
donkey,
donkey.
and male hind.
So
So-
basically, you guys have the same thing as us here then.
Yeah, so long as you've got your operator ID, you can do
Tiny.
paid work with it anyway. All you need beyond that is the liability
what's up,
insurance.
Donald?
Yeah, here we don't have to put operator ID on our drones here.
Mm.
Here it just depends on whether you wanted to work commercial or not. Like if you're just doing it for fun, you don't really have to have one.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We
You
can
just have to have a trust
work
test, which
without-
is small.
we can do commercial work with just the ordinary operator ID.
Here, the only thing
You
they
don't
want
have to do any
is,
tests for that.
the only thing they want here is a $5 registration for 3 years if it's over 250. If it's under 250, you don't have to have it registered. And you have to have just the basic trust test, which is just,
Yeah, which
well,
is-
it's like 20 questions or something. It's really easy. You can't fail it because it allows
Yeah.
you to go back and,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
that's what I have. I just have my recreational trust certificate.
that's similar to our flyer ID. But the flyer ID is free, and when you passed it, it lasts 5 years before you have to do it again.
cause
Yeah,
like,
ours-
But the
Okay.
operator ID costs, I think it's £11 a year. Well, that covers you for all of your drones.
Yeah, here is $10, and you can do open book, and 30 questions, and you have to get 65% to pass.
oh, that's not bad.
Mm.
Oh, but the questions there, it's retarded.
Is it all write-in questions or is it multiple choice?
Multiple choice, but they trick you. It's all stupid questions like who flies their drone past the clouds?
Yeah.
It's like, I do.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's it. I mean, our flyer ID is just literally the drone regulations from the CAA.
Trevor's got his remote pilot's license.
I tried to register my Mini 3 Pro, and they won't.
The only thing that the 250 really means over here is whether you want to pay $5 for 3 years of registration. You still have the same rules. You still have to do the trust test. So that's the only difference, like buying a 250-gram drone over here or smaller. It's just
Yeah.
whether you want to spend $5 on 3 years of registration for something bigger.
Sorry about that, guy.
Yeah, well, our difference is that anything under 250, you can fly in towns and urban areas. You've got zero separation from uninvolved people. Whereas over 250, you've got to have the flyer ID and you've got to keep 50 meters from people.
And it looks like your little buddy's looking for you.
Oh, he's looking for my daughter.
Oh,
I don't know. They're about to do an overhaul in the FAA, so we'll see if any of that shit changes. At least that's
Oh,
what
the
they're saying.
FCC are doing an overhaul on all of their stuff. I know that. Somebody said that yesterday. Well,
I
that's,
don't know if it's
that's
gonna really.
communications.
Yeah, I don't know if the FAA is really ever gonna touch the drone thing, but definitely manned aircraft procedure. Well, I mean, I guess it would kind of maybe affect it if they change a bunch of procedure with manned aircraft.
how does it taste, TJ? He needs a little bit of breakfast underneath his fingernail.
But yeah, I guess it could ultimately affect it in the long run.
Well, I don't think it's good flying weather. I think I could if I had to, but it's 30 to 38 mile an hour gusts.
Well, it's not too bad. You can still send it.
You can't go anywhere anyway until your truck's fixed.
Yeah, I know.
Is Jim?
I've been grounded.
Yeah, when's Jim
Oh,
coming?
what's wrong with your
You
truck?
leaving?
I
back
got
brake?
a
You going with your sister?
brake
or-
fluid leak.
Oh,
Yeah, he can't
Hey.
drive it, otherwise he's gonna end up driving right into the fucking river.
oh shit.
Jim's girlfriend showed up today for a surprise visit, so he can't come up here today. So
Uh,
Can they hear me?
hey, Ed's daughter. Hi.
It's daughter. That's Shelby. That's
Tell
my
hi.
youngest.
Well, you said that other
Bye.
guy was there to look at your tenant's car. Maybe he can take a look at it for you.
yeah, he's supposed to be here sometime today, but I haven't seen him yet. So
Can I?
Hey, Paul, you could just go outside and just send the drone up from your house.
yeah, right.
Just take some pictures.
It's
Just
called
heck-
line of sight. There's trees and everything between me and the bridge.
Technically, yes, the drone would probably have no issues going from his house to there, but yeah, I wouldn't do that.
yeah.
I mean, I would if I was flying. Don't give a shit.
Does that say 15 kilograms or 1.5?
That's because Justin is a wild man.
I think it's 156 milligrams is what he was, or kilograms is what he was saying. Or no, 15 kilograms. Never mind.
Oh wow, that's a big,
Wait, what? What was
big
that?
chunk.
What? That's 30 odd pound.
I misread that.
It's about 33 pound.
That's a big guy.
Yeah, they have like all different, like, and I could be wrong. Trevor could tell you in the chat, but I think they have like 3 or 4 different levels of licensing in Australia.
Oh yeah, Dominic's just taken his, and it's cost him thousands.
Oh wow. Man, I gotta get myself a comfy chair.
So I just got this news notification about Nintendo Switch. It says Nintendo Switch game normally $40 on sale now for just $2.
Oh, it's a
Oh yeah,
scam.
the gaming, what site is it?
It was like just it's this news app that I have on my phone.
That's not surprising. They do that all the time on the gaming apps like Steam and stuff. Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll put like a $60 game. They'll put it out for free for like a week.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
You gotta I always monitor Epic and Steam and like G2A and CD keys and all that because sometimes you find really good deals on those sites. Like I said, I bought 5 keys for Red Dead Redemption online, and David got them on CD keys, and I sent him the money to get them because it was like 65 pounds or something to get all 5 of them. But it would have been, if you would have went straight to Rockstar and bought 1 key, it would have been $89.
Oh,
But because CD keys had a deal on them, I was able to get 5 keys for cheaper than what 1 would have cost if we would have went straight to Rockstar and got it. Because what they do is like CD keys and like G2A, what they do is they buy a bunch of keys whenever they put them on sale, real cheap. They'll buy thousands of keys, and then when the price hikes back up, they'll sell it for cheaper than what the other sites are selling it for. So
Wow.
they'll be able to make money off of it, and people will go to them and get the keys instead of going somewhere else. But you got to watch it too when you're buying games too, because you got to look at where the licensing for the game is. They have
Yeah.
global keys, and then they have ones that are just for Europe, ones that are just for the United States.
Hey,
Do you ever go to GameStop?
Not really, no.
No.
GameStop don't, dude. At least the GameStops around here, dude. All they sell is just dumb shit now. It's not even really a lot of games. They sell like a lot of like Funko Pops and
Oh yeah.
little figurines. Like they're not even really selling a lot of game shit anymore in their stores. At least the ones around here, they're not. Like you go in there and it's just a lot of like memorabilia type stuff.
Yeah.
They still have some
Do-
games in there, but it's
do
just not a big selection.
do those Funko Pops, do their heads bobble around?
Yeah, like some of them are. Depends.
Oh. They're like little bobbleheads.
Kind of, yeah. Some of them do and some of them don't.
Oh.
Now, Jim, the neighbor came across the street and he says it's the brake fluid leak.
Well, how are you gonna get it to a repair shop?
Well, Jim was going to come to Paul's house and look at it, and
But
Uh-oh.
his girlfriend showed up today.
said he couldn't make it.
I mean, the gentleman could come over. You could still
But
look
there
at
was
it.
there was somebody else that was coming to work on his tenant's car too today. So I don't know if Paul can maybe see if
Yeah,
he
later
can look
this
at it, or
afternoon.
at least let Paul knows what parts he needs or whatever.
Trevor was
Is it-
saying something just a few minutes ago about like runways and airplanes. It was like the reason you need to know runway numbers. So if you are operating near an airport, you can listen to an aviation radio and know where the aircraft is coming from. So you know if it's in your area. But why would you want to fly near a runway anyways in the first place?
Well, the thing, I get what he's saying, but I don't really know anybody that actually uses aviation radios. I don't even think Dre or any of them use those. I've
Yeah.
never heard Dre say anything about having an aviation. He might. I don't know. I just never heard him say it that I can remember. And I don't know if they're like police departments now. I don't know if it's just like an open airway that anybody could just get a scanner for or anything and get on it. Some of them might
Right.
be encrypted like some of the police departments and stuff nowadays. I don't know.
We used to before here, but not no more.
Well, that's what I said. Like a lot of police departments, you used to be able to buy a scanner and you could sit and listen to them on the scanner. But there's a lot of police departments that have encrypted their airway. There's like their radio signals and stuff, so you can't tap into them anymore.
You guys know this gentleman, Trevor?
Yeah, he's been on a few times.
Okay, he just popped up on my screen, so
What's up, Trevor?
just letting you guys know.
Isn't in Canada, if you're flying professionally, don't you guys have to have like cones and maps and everything with you when you go flying?
No, I don't know.
Lisa,
Like
what's
if you're-
happening, girl?
Hey, Trevor.
Good morning.
What's up, Lisa?
Now, getting in a little bit deep here, the reason for the aviation radio here in Australia, we've got the requirement that if you actually operate, if you operate at a in controlled airspace, you've got to have a aviation radio so you can monitor the aircraft. And so obviously you need to know what runway is currently in use and where the aircraft are coming in, so you can actually avoid flying in the approach lanes and things like that. That's why we've got the requirement for the knowing what the runway numbers are and whether it's a left-hand circuit or right-hand circuit that the plane's doing. So we know where they are, so that we can stay away from them. Is
That
basically
makes
the
sense
trick.
though if you have to have the radio. I don't know if that's a requirement over here. I've never heard that. I don't think it is. Not over here. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it is it technically is a requirement if you're actually operating close to an aerodrome. I know Ken Heron has a aviation radio. There's a few that have actually gone ahead and done the extra little jumped the last little hurdle and got that appropriate test, so you can actually purchase a proper aviation radio.
Oh, so he had to go get a permission to buy one.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that
You
would
did-
tell me that you can't just go off the street and buy one and tap into their.
Well, you can go and buy yourself a scanner and listen to it.
Yeah, we used to catch it
so-
on these.
So you can go ahead and buy a scanner and still listen to them. I've got the capability to transmit, which means you've got to be then licensed to actually operate that radio, which both Dominic and myself have both got that qualification. We did the extra test, and we've got
What's up, Dusty?
the appropriate radio license. I've got not only the RAPEL, but I've actually got what's known as Chief Pilot accreditation, so I can actually work as a company if I want to. Then I've got an air operator certificate, which allows me to have people flying under my banner, and all that technically does is, let's say I want to go ahead and film
Dusty.
right in the middle of a restricted area. I can actually apply and get that restricted area lifted, or be allowed to fly in that restricted area, because I've actually got an air operator certificate. You've got to have one of those to do it. Any of our national parks, so again, I can actually apply to national parks, and they will give me clearance to actually fly within the national parks because I've got an air operator. I've got an air operator certificate and a remote pilot license. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits going the long way, but over here we've probably got it a little bit easier than the US, because I can actually, before I actually got my big qualifications, I actually had what's known as the RPA, or the the availability to fly and do commercial work, flying the standard drone rules, etc. All you do is do a test to actually say that that shows that you actually know the standard drone rules, and you do that online, and you register your drone, and then you can actually operate. You can operate commercial within that. But the big problem is you won't be able to get insurance for your drone or insurance for your work most of the time, because a lot of the insurance companies won't actually cover you. So it's a case that I used to operate that way. When the emergency services were looking for pilots, they required that we actually all go and get our remote pilot license, and I found the test reasonably easy, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from. There's a lot of crap in there that is aviation related that you really wouldn't want to, you don't really want to know. But knowing the fact that I can actually apply and get an exemption for the 400-meter rule, that means I can actually fly up and actually fly into cloud and things like that. So there's a lot of exemptions that I can actually get. Some you can actually put in for and be waiting very many months to get the approval for, but everything's applicable for. Yeah, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get it. But with the emergency services, I can actually fly in the approach paths of a runway, but I've actually got to show how we're mitigating any risks to to planes and stuff like that, and most of that down to getting clearance from air traffic control, and speaking to the air traffic controllers beforehand, and letting them know at the beginning of the flight and when we're packed up and gone home. And if they go ahead and ask us to vacate the area, we vacate area very, very quickly. We've got to have a decent plan to vacate the area. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we've got over here that you guys don't actually have, but A lot of it's comes under your Part 107 over in the US. So we haven't got any rules that any stuff that you haven't got. But we've actually got restrictions on weights. Obviously, if you're having the capability of going up to 15 kilograms, there's a 7 kilo license. So anything below 7 kilos. I went to 15. I'm looking at going another stage further so I can fly the big agricultural drones. And it's just a case that you go and fly those in front of a tester who actually goes ahead and says that yes, you can operate it without crashing and without killing somebody. And without killing somebody is the major part that they're looking for. Yeah, the UK have got the same system, but being the UK, they made it 10 times more complex than what it needed to be. Oh well, that's the UK for you.
So you guys down in the UK, do you use like the repeaters on the radios? Is that how it works?
Well, put it this way, the visual line of sight, you'll be amazed once you get up to around about 400 feet, how much further you can actually get. We can go ahead and use the extended beyond visual line of sight. The extended visual line of sight, should we say, and that's where we actually use observers out that are trained out in the field. And then there's the total beyond visual line of sight, which is something new that's come in, which I've actually got my certification for that. And that is actually allows you to have multiple transmitters on your drone. So in other words, the availability to send it back through 4G, as well as the normal remote control frequencies. That's one of the requirements you've got to have. You've got to have that fitted to your drone. You've got to have a parachute system fitted to your drone, just in case something does go wrong. So that if it comes down, they're just trying to mitigate the risks for normal everyday members of the public that might be around. There's nothing worse than having a drone drop on top of you when you're out walking the streets. And that's what they're trying to mitigate that risk. So yeah, there's we've got the Mavic 3 Enterprise drone for work, which actually has got a parachute system on it, so that if it has a failure, when it comes down, it's not going to kill somebody. But I think that we've all heard about the stories of birds trying to take out your drone. We do have some quite active ones over here. We got the magpie, and there was a story a few months back where a drone versus magpie case was happening in the sky. The magpie had actually grabbed hold of the drone, and he wanted it hook or by crook, and the big fight in the air for about 10 minutes with them trying to get the drone away from the magpie, because the magpie had actually latched his beak onto it and wasn't going to let go for anything.
Well, those birds aren't really big, are they? I mean, they're just probably like medium-sized birds, right?
They're a medium-sized bird, but I'll tell you what, they can well and truly upset a delivery drone or a drone of any type.
Oh.
And of course, then you haven't got control of the drone as much as you really want to. So yeah, but birds have a very bad tendency of taking things out. Them and pelicans. Pelicans are the other ones that they get a bit curious at times.
Yeah.
And like, boy, have they got a big beak.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have some quite good fun with the wildlife. Yeah, our restrictions in regard to national parks. You can apply once you've actually got your air operator certificate and your remote pilot license to fly in them, and then when you actually put in for your approval to fly over that park for at any time, they'll just go ahead and point out to you that we've actually that they've got wildlife in certain areas that they don't want you to fly over, and just be mindful that you will actually upset them if you do fly over them. But I can guarantee there's times where I've actually flown that you get up a couple of 100 feet, you can't hear the drone, so you're not going to be bothering anything on the ground. And the drones are very good at rounding up kangaroos. I won't tell you how I know that, but yeah, they're very good at rounding up kangaroos.
Yeah, I think the kangaroo might kick your drone or something.
Yeah, but no, you come back to about 10 meters off the ground. It's just enough for them to pick up on the fact that it's there. We had a kangaroo that had actually come into town and was hopping around, and it's the safest way to actually get the kangaroo to turn around and leave town. Because if you try and round them up with a vehicle, the kangaroo turn around and actually nicely hop on top of your vehicle and do anything to get away. The amount of police vehicles that have actually had that happen to been damaged over the years by kangaroos hopping on top of them while they've been trying to round them up to get them to leave town. It's just been amazing, and we worked out with the drone. They can't get to it, but yeah, they'll go hopping off, and once you get them going at a decent amount of speed in the right direction, you just pull away, and they'll keep hopping and going. They'll get the message.
I'm awake, bro. I'm awake. I'm not sleeping.
I've seen some wicked videos of people driving down the road and then they'll stop and the kangaroo turns around and looks at them and it just fucking hits their windshield. Just runs up and kicks the windshield or something.
I don't know, man. Have you seen that one on YouTube? The kangaroo fighting that guy?
Oh yeah.
Beats the guy up, bro.
Oh no, we saw the one where the guy punched the kangaroo and it had his dog in a headlock. Dude walked right up to the kangaroo and just fucking socked him right in the face. The kangaroo was like, "What in the fuck did you just do?"
But
Right,
put it this way, they're our biggest road hazard out here in the country. Normally about dusk, they go looking for water, and of course the edge of the road is normally a good spot to find moisture, and so they'll go and sit. They'll be sitting on the side of the edge of the road, and then as you approach, you'll think that they're going to go in the appropriate direction, and they'll just go ahead and head straight back into the traffic. It's a real pain in the neck. The kangaroos, very, very unpredictable. But
sorry, Trevor. I was not laughing at what you were saying. I was laughing at the picture.
Yes, I clicked as too much. I looked at the back of the screen and saw that what was playing. So yes, but you'll find most kangaroos will be somewhat scared of you. The best thing, if you're not sure, leave them a decent way out. So in other words, if they've got a good escape route away from you, you don't have a problem. It's only when you try and corner them that they'll start fighting, because they're more. Yeah,
like
they're
people
more scared.
actually they be fighting. People be fighting kangaroos these days.
Yeah.
Imagine having a kangaroo inside a UFC ring.
Well, did your media over in the US pick up on this on that American woman that took a baby wombat away from a wombat?
Yeah.
On the side of the road just recently. She hit the headline news over here, and they were going to evict her from the country. But yeah, she took the baby away from the mother, and of course the kind she took it away far enough that the mother went into full panic and everything, and um, it could end up that mother and baby, even if they meet back up again, won't properly bond because of what's actually happened. But yeah, she got into a lot of trouble over here. And she has since left the country. She was given a bit of a hint that she should. But yeah, I was just wondering if you guys got to hear about that over in the US because it made big headlines over here. And of course, she filmed it all to put it up on YouTube. Which was a bit of a stupid mistake. Like wombat, the wombats on the side of the road with their mothers, the baby wombat and the mother. Yeah, something you don't you stay well away from, because it doesn't take much for mother and baby if they're split apart, for the mother to actually think that the kid's gone for good, and it does cause a lot of panic for the young one, because obviously the young one's food source is the mother. So yeah, it's that was a big case just recently over the big news story over just in the last week over here, and they're going ahead and saying how many rules she's broken and stuff like that, and that she should be kicked out of the country, and she left the next day.
Yes.
Yeah, she got the message. We don't want that type of people here in Australia.
So are wombats a protected species then?
They're not really that protected, but in this case, where you can actually split the two apart and actually affect the baby wombat chances of survival, that's something you don't do. It's like koala bears. We had a case where somebody actually stole the baby koala bear from the mother, from the mother's bag, and subsequently the young bear the koala bear actually ended up dying because it lost its food source, A, and B, its mother wouldn't take it back. But yeah, it's something. And after that, they went ahead and made it a requirement that the park that actually has got the koala bears in it here in this state actually has fencing up to split people away from the koala bears. It something that you wouldn't have seen in the past. You shouldn't have to go ahead and put fences up to stop people from getting into or getting up close and personal with the animals. The people should learn not to touch. Look as much as you want, but don't touch.
PJ, you guys don't have kangaroos there, do you?
Have what? Kangaroos? No, not in Florida.
Not
We
even
do.
at the
We
zoo?
do have. We do have panthers though, but I've never seen one though.
You guys don't have them at the zoo?
Not that I've seen.
Have what?
Kangaroos.
Yeah, they got them at I think they're at I think what's that place in Orlando? I think has them. Busch Gardens. I think Busch Gardens has them.
I know you have two or three zoos over there that definitely have got them. And those, in most cases they've been brought up with people, so therefore they will be friendly towards people.
Well,
Ah.
I think in Florida they banned kangaroos because TJ's notorious for keeping them hopping.
Yeah, yeah. One would say they do get hopping mad. But it's a case you go ahead and corner any animal. I think you'll find that their defenses are going to cut in. And
we're talking about kangaroos and how they got banned because I kept them hopping.
He tried to get inside his belly.
Yeah, I tried to get inside the pouch, but it kept hopping away. I had to hold them down
Yeah,
just to climb inside.
nah, that's not going to help you anyway. They wouldn't want you. They'd chuck you out as a reject. But yeah. So TJ, how long ago was it that you actually rode a horse?
Yeah, like I've ridden a horse before. Like one of my neighbors. Well, when I used to live in Georgia, one of my neighbors, his sister had a horse. I think I like rode him like one time.
JDS said that you've been caught chasing kangaroos in Canada too.
Yeah, I occasionally go over there and chase the kangaroos there.
Right.
I think we got
Yeah,
one
like-
at the zoo.
Yeah,
Oh,
the last time I rode a horse was probably back when I was very, very young, and I had trouble getting changing gears. The horse either wanted to walk slowly or go at that top speed, just couldn't get the throttle working properly. So yeah, no.
I just
So
couldn't figure out where
I
to,
gave up my horse riding career.
I just couldn't figure out where to fill it up at the gas station. It didn't like where I stuck the nozzle.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you lift the tail and you plug it in.
Oh, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Tesla charger.
Okay, everybody. I think I'm going to close it down.
All righty.
We've been on an hour and 25 minutes. That should be fine with everybody. TJ, what are you going to do today, buddy?
I got to work later on, so I got some time to kill. So
Okay. Ed, thanks for stopping by. Trevor, Mark,
Thank you to have me on.
Justin, we'll see you soon.
all right, later guys. Have a
Good
great
see
day.
everybody.